Oh, where's my glasses? I can't see you guys chat on the others reading unless I get my glasses on. Here we go. Oh, dear me. Hiya, how is everyone doing? Sorry, this is my first ever time trying to live stream myself drawing my manga. So this is a very new experience for me. I literally just got a tripod, so this is more like a test live stream to see that everything's working. You might see that it'll be here on my monitor up here. You got you guys up here. I'm sure I can think of a better way of doing this in the future. But for now, this is what I'm up to. But I'd like to live stream a bit more of my drawing process because it does take a lot of work to get TikTok videos produced. So I feel like live streaming in general would be a more feasible way of showcasing how I produce my manga, and then I could take live questions and just have a chat with everyone. That's my aim with now getting a tripod and being able to do stuff like this now, is that you guys should be able to interact with me a bit more. I'm sure at some point in the future I can get some more fancier graphics on the screen, so I can talk about my manga a bit more, but at the moment I have nothing to indicate that I'm a creative diffuser stuff enough, so hopefully in the future maybe I can do that, but I need to figure things out. But yeah, as I said, I'm probably only gonna live stream for a few minutes because I've got someone coming over soon that I need to go and see, so I'll probably pop off soon anyway, but it's more, try things out, see how things are going, and then you get to see me work on this glorious background because it's the first time in a very long time that I've actually drawn a building, because I've been drawing cave backgrounds for the majority of this chapter, so this is something new for me. But I'm glad that I'm back to drawing buildings. I've missed them. I'm sick of drawing cave walls. This seems a bit high. I don't know. I feel like I should go lower down. Also, there is a character who's supposed to be here. I'm just going to draw them at the end though, because it's more like a silhouette than anything too detailed. This looks off. Oh dear me. I think that's a bit more on tangent now. This needs to go lower down. I know, I'm probably correcting me that people probably aren't even going to notice anyway. Right, back to drawing bricks. Oh my word, folks. Yay. Sorry, you're gonna just get me concentrating drawing bricks right now. This is riveting stuff I'm drawing right now, folks. It's bricks. Oh my word. Backgrounds always take me the longest to draw though, because there's just so much detail that I like putting into my background, especially when it comes to drawing buildings, because this is based off a real location in Bath. For me, it's quite important that I get it right. It does take a very long time to draw every brick. You're very right. I've used like image assets before of just like people who've already drawn bricks, and I usually like transform it onto a background. But when it comes to stuff like this, especially when you've got like a curving wall, like you've got no other choice but to really draw it. But like for this background, I can probably get away with doing like an image asset here, but again, the building that I'm basing this off of has like these weird details on top of the windows, so I don't think I'll get away with doing that, unfortunately. So I think I will probably have to do everything by hand. But the good thing with this is that the foliage with this building, I could just use a lot of my Clip Studio asset tools to fill that space in very quickly, but it is mainly the brickwork and the building structure that's going to take me the longest on this panel to complete. And then I'm going to have to move that bubble as well, because I really do not want that as a tangent. That's not going to be good, is it? Hold. And we need to curve it probably more that way. There you go. Now it doesn't look like we've got a tangent as much. Yeah, there you go. That's a lot better. I'm sure I'll readjust this bubble anyway, but I just don't want a tangent. Okay, steps times, folks. Let me get over to these bricks over here. I've also got a stabilization on my pen at the moment, so trust me, my hands are way more shaky than what my lines are looking like right now. And then I think there's a bush here. I don't have my image reference, so I don't know if that's a bush there. I think that's a bush I've drawn in there. I sketched this out yesterday, so for me to try and remember what exactly I've drawn, it can be difficult sometimes. Oh, that's a cut down there. Alright, how's that looking? It's not too bad, actually. That's not too bad. Okay, let me draw these bricks in then. Alright, curve, 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 curve. Yeah, they said the brick placement, when I was looking at my image reference, the bricks are placed really weirdly on this, like, stump. I don't know why that is. It's just how the brick is made. So I'm not going to be too fussy with it, because that's how it is in real life. Alright. Yeah, see, look, that looks a lot better. See, look how organic that looks. That looks great. Okay, I'm pleased with that. That will do. I'm not going to spend forever working on brickwork. It's just, you know, considering this is like one panel, and then you've got like dialogue to read, people are going to completely skip over this panel when they're reading, so I don't want to spend too long working on it. Right, and then I'm really just tempted to draw the bush in now for here, because this is going to annoy me otherwise if I don't have it in. So, what do I do for my bush? Yeah, there you go. This is where my brushes come in handy. And we probably want it slightly bigger on the front. And then, ta-da! There's some bushes there. Brilliant. There you go. That looks a lot better already. Alright, and now I've got to draw these curves. Oh my word. I don't know why I chose a picture that has curved walls. Like, this is extremely painful to draw and make it look right. Because, like, the bricks don't follow this line on the top slab. It's really, really odd, and it's really confusing my eyes. I'm like, no, it's supposed to look this way. Also, I do have an Express keypad, but I don't tend to use it. I don't know why, but I always just default to my tablet, just to Control Z. I don't know why. It's just more comfortable for me to undo. And then obviously you're not gonna have my arm up here going like to undo all the time. So in the long run, it's worked out better. Our walls are really untidy. I don't like that. Okay. How am I gonna fix this? This darn wall is gonna end me, folks. Right. I think if I just follow my guidelines a bit more closely, it will do the job. The thing is, I don't like how this brick goes into this brick. It makes it look like it's all one object, which is not what I want. Again, trying to avoid patterns whilst doing this is really difficult too. It's like that needs to go straight through. Okay. How is that looking? Let's see if this... Okay, no, that looks a bit better, actually. It's just this line here I'm not happy with, but I think I can just adjust it. This is me trying to redraw all the time. Yeah, that'll do it. That works. Okay, brilliant. I think this is probably the hardest aspect of the drawing, is this curved wall. Trying to make it look natural is quite difficult to do. Alright, and then I'm just gonna... I know I didn't draw a line there, but I'm drawing a fake curve there. Just to make it tie all together a bit more. Yeah, that'll do. That will do, folks. Right. If I quickly put a white layer behind this, then I can screen tone that later to just those bricks. There you go. And then I guess we'll go on to foliage. Maybe I'll get my reference image up. Alright. Look at all of this foliage. I don't know if I can bring this up a bit more. This is my reference image. I've got more of this site as well. But this image has better lighting than the pictures I took. But obviously I removed these bowls because I wanted the focus to be on the building, and I felt like these bowls do get in the way, and then because of the foliage all in the background, it would kind of obtrude it, and it probably wouldn't look great. So I've gotten rid of the bowls, and the bowls weren't there when I went anyway. So in my image references, these aren't in there. So right, so there's so much foliage, but also when this manga's set, it's dead winter, so I don't think we'll have a ton of flowers in the foliage here, but we will work it out. This is when I just go crazy with my brushes now. Right, so let's figure out what I'm doing. Also, sorry guys, I do not label my layers, so you're just gonna get used to that, but I doubt you can see down where my layer filing is anyway. Let's have a look. Foliage. Because, oh my word, I've got so many brushes that I just don't use. But look at that. Like, I've got like a ton of these brushes that I don't use, but probably would work well for what I'm doing right now. This is why I save things like this. I would like more detail closer to the camera, rather than, you know, all the way far back. I'll just do something a bit smaller. It would help if I actually label these brushes too. That would be good. I'm looking just for something a bit more bushy, really, because that's got a hard. Do I want a hard black? I don't know. I think I do, you know. I think because it's so close up, I think it would work better if I had some hard black in there. That's fine. And then it doesn't take me that long to do one panel. It's just because this one's the background, it takes me forever to do backgrounds. Especially when it's like a establishing shot like this one. It does take me a lot longer than my other panels, but like if you're talking about like, it's not the best page to really show what my panels really look like. Let me see if I can bring a different page up. Yeah, if I bring this page up, give it 1 second to load. I'm just taking its good time today. Oh, did I not? I don't think I opened. Okay, now it's loading, I think. Oh dear. Yeah, it's loading, definitely loading, because this is what happens when my computer looks like it's gonna crash. There we go. Okay, let me move the image reference. Yeah, so like this panel here, I think like took me less than like an hour to complete. Like from sketch to finish like this, it probably only takes me like like half an hour maybe. Like it doesn't take me that long. And again with this panel, there's not a lot going on here. Again, this probably only took me about half an hour. From sketch to final. This one took a lot longer because there's a lot more action going on, and there's like a lot of clever lettering going on, and it took me a while to do this panel, just because there's a lot more going on with it, and I wanted to look as dynamic as possible. Again, I don't know how long this one took, but it's probably over an hour for this one, because I was just getting it. I want to get it right, because again, this is like the first time in the future stuff that we have like a full out battle as such, I guess, if you put it that way. So I wanted it to have an impact. I'll see if I can get the previews. Oh, I need to check my other page. Okay, let me save this. Let me see if I can get it up. I'm working on chapter 10 at the moment. For people who don't know, if you're new here, my manga's called The Thieves of Death. There's 9 chapters online at the moment. I've got a physical edition containing the first 6. I'm nearly at the end of chapter 10 at the moment, so I'm trying my best to get it done. I'm just trying to see if I can get back to the action scene. Yeah, so that's it in action here. And then obviously there's a lot less dialogue, and then like these 2 pages took me forever to do, because again I'm not used to drawing action, and so for me to draw action that flows nicely, that you understand what's happening without, you know, losing where you are in the scene, is really difficult to do, and definitely like a learning curve for me. So like these 2 pages took me forever to do. So again, like how long it takes me to do a panel really depends on the context of the scene. Like I can tell you, like this scene, I did that page in very, very quickly. I think it took me like from this page, the final, like maybe 2.5 hours. Like, this page was really quick, but it's because I draw Fletcher all the time, so, like, I just know everything off by heart, and I kind of already knew what I wanted this page to look like, which is, like, a lot of black and white with, you know, minimal screen toning, so I think that saves a lot of times as well. Right, back to the brick building, or the foliage, I should say, on this panel. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you think it's pretty. My art's definitely improved a lot since the first chapter of The Future Self and Death. My art in my first chapter is a bit off. It's a lot better now. So, but you know, I'm proud of what I've done up to now anyway. So, still learning, still growing. So, alright. Should we... my reference image doesn't have any flowers over here, so I'll keep it that way for now, and we'll see how we get on. And then I think ideally I'd like to keep this grass, just so we don't have like a ton of like leaves right by the wall. I don't think it'd look nice. So if we just start drawing the bushes behind that. Okay, I think I might go less detailed than this, so I might just use the brush that I used down here for it. And then ideally I think I want to keep that grass there too. I'll see what I can do. So that's one bush. Also, I apologize, I'm not really that familiar with TikTok Live, so if you guys are like sending stuff, I really do not know what any of it means. I really need to get more clued up on like how TikTok Live works in general. So I honestly have no clue. Right, and then there's a big bush here. Alright, and then I think we will add maybe some flowers to that. What? Why do I have a... Where's these... Okay, I've messed up my layers. Hold up a sec. That one... Yeah, okay. And then I merge all of that together. Brilliant. Alright. Flowers. Are we back into our foliage again? I don't know, because the thing is, they're so detailed, these brushes, they're not going to work, are they? Yeah, because these are way too detailed. It's not what my art style's like. I need to get rid of those brushes, I think. Oh, guys, I hoard brushes. This is what you're going to find about me. I'm like, okay, I collect brushes, and then I can't find one specifically looking for. Flowers. Where's my flowers tab? I think I'm absolutely blind, folks. Oh, it's literally last tab. Okay. I know you added halftone or toning and you erased it on the walls, etc. Can you ask what the tone is for? So what happens usually once you get to the background here? I don't know if I can tone some of this already. I mean, it's gonna look a bit weird if I tone some of it, but we'll do it for the sake of example. So usually what I like to do, especially with backgrounds, I tend to do everything in like a gradient tone. And for me it looks nicer. So if we do it like that and we just clip it to the layer here, what I like to do is kind of go in with like a cross-hatching brush here. I'll go transparent on the bottom here. I don't know if you can see on the screen because it's quite far away. And then basically what I do, I just kind of erase like that, and then if you want some texture in your screen tones, that's how you would do it. And then, you know, that looks pretty good. Like, that's not too bad, folks, actually. I might temporarily keep that in. But that's what I tend to do if I kind of want some texture with the walls. But again, you know, if you can just, you know, draw a big circle, tune it to like a 10%, and then you got like a whole area that's like 10% tone. I don't tend to use the lasso tool that much. I know a lot of people do. I personally just don't work that way. Usually what I do, I just go in with my bucket tool and I kind of just blast it throughout the piece. That's what I tend to do, and that's what works well for me, but obviously it depends on the person. But hopefully that answers your question. I don't know if it does, but I'm more than happy to go more in depth with that if you'd like me to. No problem, I'm glad I could help a bit. Alright, where was I? I was back to these bushes and I was looking at flowers. This is where I was. Again, I don't know if I got flower, but look, these are like stems of flowers. These are so detailed. Okay, I think we're just gonna have to, I think we're just gonna take all the flowers, I feel like. Because even with this, even if I drew flowers in the scene, I feel like it would take so much away from what we're trying to actually focus on, which is the building. So I might just give the flowers a miss. Plus it's the middle of winter, so I mean there wouldn't be that many anyway, so I think we can get away with it. AKA it's my excuse that I'm being lazy. So let's ignore that, folks. Alright, okay, so if we draw the path, I need my reference measure gang. Where is it? It's hidden away. Okay, this is my path. This is the path. If I draw my path in, so this section here is the path that goes all the way to this brick wall here. So if we draw it over here, radiant, and then if I select the outside of that, then I know I'm not going to go onto the path. Right, and then I'm just going to draw more shrubbery, I guess. You're going to be in shrubbery hellhole. What do you mean by a little resume of the start of the beginning of the story? What does that, do you like want to run down exactly what the future stuff from death is, or like what specifically are you asking about? Because there's a lot of things. Oh wait, there's a path down there. Okay, hold things. I completely missed this path. Did I not even sketch that path? Oh my word. That would have been horrendous. Where is this path? Because there's like a whole... Hold. Where is this path going? Okay, I think basically it's kind of going down that way, but it's kind of hidden by some shrubbery here on the image ref, so I might just remove that shrubbery. So we've got a nicer path blurring in the scene. Yeah. That works. Okay, back to shrubbery. Jeez Louise. Okay. Alright, and then what I might do, I might remove some of the detail in the middle of these in a second. If you give me some time, I will just quickly shuffle all of these in. Right, and then I'm going to take away some of this detail because otherwise it's going to look way too detailed from afar, which is not what I want. So we're going to remove some of it. We're just going to white it out a bit. Oh, who's the MC? Okay, yeah. So basically, my main character. Let me get his reference photo up if I can. Or ref sheet, I mean. Where is he? So my main character is Larkin Cunningham, and he is the MC. Let me see if I can give a good oversight. So he's a research scientist for someone called Sir Atlee, and essentially his boss dies in the first chapter, and basically the murder was blamed on him, and he basically meets someone called the Golden Thief, also known as Fletcher Burnett, and he's like a retired thief. He kind of got caught by the police a few years ago, and basically, you know, he has these magical abilities that kind of come out of nowhere. Usually magic in this world, they have to come from like a certain source. For example, for like witches, for example, like it comes from like herbs and flowers and stuff that they use to make their magic happen, whilst Fletcher's magic literally comes out of nowhere. Like, we don't know how it's sourced and how it starts. It's what people in this world call an otherling, and basically there's not many people like this in the world of the Thieves of Death. And also bear in mind, in this world humans do not know about magic, so basically when Fletcher saved Larkin's life, Larkin is exposed to magic which humans aren't supposed to know about. Does that make sense? So essentially Fletcher now works for the Supernatural Detective Agency, so he's gonna be trying to basically get Larkin's name removed from the list of suspects, and, you know, trying to find who the true culprits are, which is what the arc is now that we're in. Is kind of like the last hurrah for the arc before we move into arc 2. And yeah, so basically it's kind of just those two running around trying to get Larkin off the hook, essentially. And Larkin's like insanely fascinated by this world. He's a curious guy, he's a researcher, but he's always been interested in supernatural folklore, things like that. So yeah, he is very, very curious about the world, and Larkin wants to help Fletcher figure out what his powers are, where his magic comes from, why he is the way that he is. So yeah, these kind of like the rundown of my characters. It's like a supernatural crime mystery manga set in Victorian England, specifically in a place called Bath. This building that I'm drawing right now is in Bath. This is Claventon Manor, which is also the American Museum and Gardens in Bath, because they're currently in the Bathampton Downs area in this scene currently. So yeah, I use like real locations in the Thieves of Death, because I like to depict Bath in my manga, and I'd like to visit, showcase more of the southwest of England in general in the Thieves of Death in the future. But obviously I don't work on my manga full time or anything. Like this is like the side gig. I don't even make a lot of money from drawing my comic. Definitely not enough to even, live off of or anything like that. Like, I really don't earn a lot of money off of this, but I'd like to work on it full time. But that's not the case at the moment. But hopefully that gives you a good rundown of my manga. But yeah, I'm basically on the last. This is the third last chapter of the first arc. So yeah, we're kind of again in the last hurrah of the first arc at the moment. So we are definitely in kind of spoiler territory right now, but it's fine. Like, you're not gonna understand what's happening in this page if you haven't read it. Nor even people who are up to date won't probably know exactly what's happening here. So I think we're all good. And plus, I can showcase like this stuff like this because I'm self-published, so I can do what I want to say. I think that's the joy of being self-published, isn't it? It's you can show what you want, not being under an NDA or anything. Alright, now I'm gonna draw some grass. Where's my grass? Grass. Oh, I'm glad. You said I like to try. I find it very hard to advertise my manga or comic or whatever you want to call it on social media. I don't think I'm the most I guess charismatic person on TikTok to advertise their comic. I'm just not that sort of person. So for me to advertise my comic is very difficult for me to do. But I try my best. But yeah, I mean, I've got a Discord server for fans of my artwork and the Thieves from Death. It's a very small Discord community, but there's a couple of people in there. But yeah, I said a lot of people who are very active who read the Thieves from Death tend to be my webtoon canvas readers. But I'm also on webtoon canvas, Global Comics. Where else am I? Manga Plus creators. Those are kind of the main 3 platforms I'm on, and you can read the comic completely for free on there, because again, if you want to support me financially, you can buy a physical copy of Volume 1, or you can support me on Patreon, or you can donate to my Ko-fi. There's ways. If you want to support me, you can support me, but I really do not ask for anything. If you want to read my comic, you can read it for free. For me, I just want to share my passion project. That's all I want to do, really, is just share what I'm passionate about and my characters and my story. Also, if people don't know, this is it is a wall, but it's when I went there, it's I don't get the purpose of the wall apart from making the building look interesting from the front. It's kind of a weird wall. But it does exist, so I will draw it. But also, this wall is lopsided. Why is this wall lopsided? Right, that doesn't look as lopsided now. Alright, and then we've got trees. These are fern trees in the background. I wonder if I can draw these by hand, maybe, because I don't have an easy brush. Maybe I do. Do I have a fern tree brush? I feel like I do have one. Yeah, these are the sort of trees I'm looking after. Let me see. Oh, that's not gonna be okay. I can work with it. I can definitely work with it. I just need to make that properly a bit bolder with my own artwork. That's fine. I can use this as a base at least. Yeah, I can work with that. And then there's one more back there, but I'll probably just copy and paste it. Saves you a bit of time. Oh please, I love fan art. As you said, if you want to draw Larkin, I will be over the moon. I will share it on all of my socials. if you draw fan art of him, honestly, he is my favourite character of all time. I'm obviously going to be biased because he is my main character. But he is a cutie pie. I love him a lot. I tend to commission artists sometimes to draw my characters because I like supporting artists. I like seeing people draw my characters in different art styles. It's something that I get a lot of joy from. So no, I love fan art. So if you want to draw some fan art, please tag me because I will share it around. Because again, for me, I'm always about supporting other creators, other comic creators, manga artists, artists in general. Because I feel like a lot of people struggle to get noticed, and if I can help by just sharing something, I feel like it just go a long way for someone, right? So. But yeah, please tag me if you do make it. But obviously, if you don't have time to, please do not worry. I'm not gonna hold anyone and accountable if they don't have time to draw any fan art for me. Please do not worry. I'm not gonna be offended or anything. I'm sorry, this is going to take me so long to clean up this tree a bit. I know, I'm probably like working on like the most boring stuff ever, which is just background work at the moment. I'm sure it'll get a little more interesting once I actually draw some characters. That'd be nice. But no, all you get is me drawing a tree, adjusting a tree. Oh my word. Please, I do know it takes the life out of me when I'm doing stuff like this, but it also is kind of therapeutic doing stuff like this. Okay, I think that's a lot better actually. Yeah, that tree's so much clearer now. Okay, so if I copy and paste that, because there's another tree kind of hiding behind that one. Yeah, like here. Ta-da! That's our trees. Alright, and then if we go back to drawing the wall, so if I put that on top of my wall layer, and then we'll continue drawing the wall. Oh, is that not what? Wait, oh, what? How did okay. Good thing I noticed that before I went too far with the artwork in the wall, because that was on the completely wrong layer. Alright, that's fixed. That's fixed. I'm pretty sure I, selected the wall correctly, but obviously I did not. But no, like these establishing shots take me so long to draw. It's why I tend to avoid drawing them, but also I know people really like it when I do shots like these, because I'm like, oh, it looks so pretty, da 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 da, I think it makes you feel more immersed in the scene if I do it as detailed as I am making it right now. People really appreciate it, so it's why I go to the effort of trying to make things as accurate as possible to the environment of Bath. But I will say, the interior, once I get onto chapter 11, the interior of this place probably won't be accurate at all. Because there's like certain story beats that when I went inside, I knew wouldn't work for what I was doing, but I like the building so much and I like the location so much that I'm just going to use it as like an outside escort of it. The straight lines are so satisfying to watch. Yeah. And they're annoying when they don't go right. They're annoying when they don't go right. And also for this, I don't have a perspective ruler because I accidentally deleted it for this folder. So I do not have a perspective ruler for this. So I don't actually know where my perspective line is fully in the scene. I think it's probably like here somewhere. But I should be fine because again my sketch is strong enough that I can just draw on top of it. But no, it annoys me when I don't get a line right. But I'm glad you find it satisfying for me to do it. Right, I need more shrubbery. Here's my bush brush. Right. Yeah, there's like a little bit behind here. Okay. That will do. That will do. Okay, so that's like the main forefront then. I'm tempted to white out some of this area as well. Because like when I zoom out, actually it's not too bad. It's not too bad actually. Maybe I'll see. Once I start screen sharing it, I might white it out a bit. Okay, should we work on the building now, folks? I think this is what everyone's been waiting for. Should we start line arting the building? Let's do that. I might use my straight line tool here because for people who don't know, one of my straight line tools are like really rough. They kind of look like ink coming out. So it looks like I'm actually drawing a line when I'm not. I'm literally using a straight line tool. So I might just use this for doing the outskirts of the building. So, alright, so what I tend to do when I want something in focus, I will make the outline of the building like really bold, and then anything else I will do with a slightly smaller size brush. So I'm just going to outline the entire building first before going in with the detail. So you're going to have to bear with me for a second whilst I figure that out, because basically we want that because that's overlapping. And then that goes up. And now it's going to overlap that, so that's fine. You can see I'm going to the zone now I'm quiet. It does take a bit of concentration to do stuff like this. And then this brush is going to be too thick to do the detail up here, so I'm just going to leave that be for now. It is like a lot of playing around with line weight at this stage, but I'll adjust things as I go because I'm working on a vector layer, so it should be quite easy for me to reduce the brush size of a line. And let's curve that, we'll put the outline there, and then there's a bit more of the building hiding over here as well. Brilliant, okay, so that's the bold outline, but I wonder, I should probably put thicker lines down this way too. This comes forward a bit more than the rest of the building. And then I do like a big shadow line down at the bottom there too. Is that? Right, okay, I think oh actually, this does like a big thick wall here too, so if we adjust that as well. Okay, I'm pleased with that. Okay, let's go in with a smaller brush, so like a size 5 maybe. Let's see how this is. I think we could go smaller than that actually. 4 maybe? Yeah, 4 works. Let's do a 4. And then I'll draw all the details in after we get all the straight lines in. But yeah, I love this straight line brush because again, it just looked like I've drawn it. And I haven't, so I've literally just drawn a straight line and the brush has done the work for me. Wait, I'm gonna have to draw more brick walls over here, that's fine. I didn't obviously account that whilst I was sketching. Right, and then it goes slightly lower down here. That line's not even straight for this wall. Okay. No, we don't want that angle tangent, that's fine. I know, the bricks, they're gonna end the life of me today, honestly. Yeah, guys, the bricks, folks. They are my nemesis, honestly. But unfortunately, I chose a location of Bath where there's a ton of brickwork in that area of our country. So, unfortunately, I just have to live with the fact that I'm gonna have to draw bricks literally all the time. But the UK in general just have a lot of brick houses as well, so it's just, yeah, it's inevitable when I'm setting my manga where I live. Why is that line not straight? Oh my word. We're almost there. We're almost there. Oh my word. How's that looking? Okay, it's not too bad. I'm just wondering, I need to double line that. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to make everything even on both sides of the building, because again, me when I sketched did not include extra lines down here for some reason. There we go. I should have a bit more even on both sides. Yeah, see like how much better that is. Oh, I should do like a figure outline here as well, I feel like. As again, this part is slightly further back in perspective, so if we put a thicker line on this side as well, that will really help out. Right, okay, back to Paul. Should I work on the windows next? I think I should work on the windows next. Okay, new vector layer. Let's do a straight line, and we're gonna see what we can do. Now this is when vector lines come in really handy. I'm gonna show you what I do with vector lines here in a second. Basically, I'm just gonna grid these all off. Because you know what? You know what's even more painful than bricks? It's windows. I hate drawing windows. They're such a nuisance to draw. I don't know if his reference is on my profile. If it was really far back. What I'd recommend is if you go to my toy house, which is just toy house, and my username is Melody Elodie. You can see all of my characters here, and you can find like a ton of images of them. So if you want Larkin, he's over here, and you know I categorize everything. So this is all the artworks I've made of him recently, and then these are other people's drawings of them that I've commissioned. So there's a ton if you just want to explore. And then, you know, there's some pages from my manga here. And this is all the fan art I've been getting of my characters over the years. A lot of this is from like art fights from years back. But yeah, some of this is actual fan art that people have done for me as well. I actually need to add someone's fan art onto here still. That's still pending. I need to do that actually. But yeah, I would check out my toy house. Again, my username is Melody Elodie on here. So yeah, feel free just to use that. And again, if you want to explore any of my characters, then you can find more information on all of them over there. If not, then obviously you got my manga as reference as well that you can go and read. But like, there's a quick overview of you know my main characters on there. So. Windows. And me, honestly, I hate drawing windows. They're so painful, and then I just get lost in all of these lines as well. Ay. It'll be worth it once I get these lines down. Alright, and then there's this far away window here too. You know what? I'm glad the speech bubble is covering up the other window. Because I really do not want to draw another window. Strategic, you know, bubble placement that is. cover the parts you don't want to draw in the background. Alright, okay. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, so vector. Right, we're just cleaning up some of the windows here now. Also, welcome everyone who is new here. Again, I'll do a quick introduction. My name is Elodie Dow. I'm the creator of the manga, The Thieves from Death. I'm completely self-published, and I'm currently drawing page 32, I think, of chapter 10. That's what I'm working on. And at the moment, I am working on this massive building, and I've still got the rest of this page to do, and I've also got this panel of windows to complete, so I am just trying to draw windows at the moment. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for coming and checking out the stream. I really appreciate it. Thank you for coming. Hopefully I can see you again in the future as well. I hope you have a nice rest of your day. Windows. They're so tedious. This is why I don't like drawing windows. Look how messy this one is. I think it's because I drew the vertical lines as well on this one, which is not what I was supposed to do, but we'll work with it. I was going to do vertical last, but that's alright. Or is it horizontal? It's horizontal, not vertical. Can you guys tell I'm a bit tired this bank holiday Monday? Ay. Actually, think this one straight across, and then why is that line? And then these are vertical. Okay, I think how I want my windows to look. Yeah, that's how I want my windows to look. Great. Alright, let's draw more windows. Right, and then vertical. Wait, how does they have one more? Okay, I might just get rid of these ones. Don't know why we need those. Right, vertical. Horizontal, vertical. I don't think these are needed here. There we go. Yeah. Ay. Yeah, unfortunately, you can tell my displeasure of drawing this right now. We'll get onto something a bit more exciting soon. As soon as I get these darn windows done, we can move on to bricks instead, folks. Which I think are a bit more fun than windows, in my opinion. Okay, I don't think there's any major errors in those windows, which is good. Right, so let's finish everything else up. Also, I might select these pillars, I should say. I think these are pillars. I'm just going to increase the brush size slightly on them. Yeah. Right, windows, more windows. Let's see if we can tackle these. Right, and then down, 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 remove, hold. Why is that? I think that needs to be bigger. That will look better, I feel like. That goes down, 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 down. Remove, 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 remove. And then another line. And that's remove. Okay, I don't know if I've messed this. No, I haven't messed it up. Okay, we're good. Oh my word. I'm always paranoid when Windows I've accidentally like removed a line I wasn't supposed to. Do I want it that way or do I want a vertical line? What is my image? Okay, these are vertical lines. Okay, I'll stick with that then. Vertical. Brilliant. Okay. Those windows done then. Ay, ay, ay. And now I've got another set over here. Then we want a box. Right, and then there's one hidden window over here. Right, we're almost there with these top windows now. Ay, ay, ay. Look at that. Oh my word. Right, I'm going to add these decals in real quick as well. Also add the ones on top as well, anything I've missed. And then we'll work our way maybe down, or I'll work on the curved wall. Yeah. You know, again, I put so much work into one panel that I know people are not even going to spend 5 seconds looking at. It's fine though. Curly whirly. Oh. No, don't do that. I need a gap. Need a gap. Brilliant, thank you. Alright, let's see if we can do it this side in one go. There we go. Nice. Look at those curly whirly bits, nice. And then this pillar that I've added in that needs to have the little down platform bit. Right, I'll just draw a line. That's fine. Right, so that's the pillars. Nice. Right, let me work on the chimneys here.